Hello, Toby.
Hello, Helen. I'm on time.
Are you?
Look at your watch. Not yet midnight.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Well, I usually complain when I'm late.
And you expect praise if you're not?
Do I detect a hint of bitterness in your voice?
I'm waiting.
What do you mean? Waiting for what?
For an apology. Listen, Toby, you've known me for more years than I care to think about, but did you remember that I was 76 today?
Ah,
No, you did not. And no, you did not send me a card either.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
I waited for the post all week, but no, nothing came.
Did you? Oh, I feel terrible. I don't know how I could forget.
It's all right, don't fret over it. You haven't got anyone to remind you these days, and so for the sake of our game, I'll forgive you. I'll put it down to old age and senility.
I'm not yet fully adjusted, adapted. You know what I mean. It's been months now, but I still miss her, for God's sake.
I know you do.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Mary used to keep a...
No, Toby, don't go rushing around trying to find a card. I shouldn't have mentioned it. It's fine. You're still grieving. I know that. Poor Mary. She never did know about our games, did she?
Neither did your Ted.
Oh, we kept them in the dark all these years.
Indeed we did.
They were special people, but hardly academics.
And highly jealous. To be perfectly honest, neither of them would have approved.
Ted would have considered it an insult.
And Mary on a par with being unfaithful.
So we were forced to be discreet.
Still are. Even though there's no longer a need for subterfuge. Why do we do that?
Keep it clandestine.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Habit, or perhaps it adds a little je ne sais quoi to our
It's the
lives.
soupçon of naughtiness.
Absolutely. I have to say, every time we start afresh, no matter the outcome, it's like a revival, a rebirth. It gives me a boost, especially now we're in lockdown. It sets me up for the lonely hours ahead. Infantile, really.
Helen, listen, before we start, I have a confession. I'm afraid I haven't been too well, short of breath. Maybe you noticed. Started just over a year ago. I didn't tell Mary. She was too ill and it wouldn't have been fair to worry her. Apparently it's pulmonary fibrosis.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry.
You know what that means?
Indeed I do. Ted had COPD, remember? All those damn cigars. I became an expert on lung diseases. That gives you what? 4 or 5 years? Possibly more with the proper treatment. That's a lot longer than he had. Toby, I can see why you didn't tell Mary, but why did you wait until now to tell me about it? And don't say you didn't want to worry me. I'm not Mary. I haven't got cancer.
For goodness sake, Helen. I'm nearly 80. Didn't seem very important. After all, I may find climbing the stairs a little arduous, but I don't think I look ill. And for most of the time, I feel fine.
All I ask is that you hang on as long as you can. I hate to admit it, but I would miss you. Where else would I find someone capable of satisfying my needs? Look, Toby, since you've confessed, I should tell you. I've had a heart attack.
Heart attack?
Yes, don't sound so surprised. Women do have them. 2, actually. Fairly big ones. One after the other. Toby didn't live to see them, thank God. I promise you it won't affect my play.
So the holiday?
Yes, I lied. I wasn't in Ireland. I was in hospital. They fitted stents. If it happens again, they say I'm done for.
I am so sorry, Helen.
Oh, no need to be. I may be younger than you, but I'm no spring chicken. It seems we're both living on borrowed time, but as long as we can dabble with tactics and strategies, we'll be able to keep ourselves amused and our ever-youthful spirits high.
Indeed we can. We're of the old school, we two. Tough as old boots.
Going no matter what.
Yes, exactly. Stand up.
Why?
Just do it.
I can only see your...
It doesn't matter. Pick up your drink.
I already have it.
Then a toast. Happy birthday, my dear friend. Here's to you.
No, here's to us, both of us, and our games. What was all that business about us standing up?
To show you how much I appreciate you.
Oh, sit down, you bullshitter. Should you be drinking?
Should you?
No, but who cares?
Do you get lonely, Helen? Since Ted? Living on your own?
Well, it's been some years now, and you'd think I'd get used to it, but I suppose I do get lonely, yes. But every time we play, it's like a fresh start, and it sets me up for the in-between bits. You know what I mean.
Only too well.
But when we're not playing, that's when loneliness strikes. Apart from my doctor and you, the only person I've talked to since all this coronavirus business started is the man who delivers things from the supermarket.
Me too, only it's a woman. She's not that young either, well into retirement, but very handsome. Are you allowed to say buxom these days? She stays for quite a while, just chatting about things, putting the world to rights. I think she quite likes me.
There's a young man who delivers my prescription. Handsome young devil he is, but he never stops for a chat. I wish he would. He just puts the package on the doorstep, rings the bell and drives off. Always has a cheeky grin on his face. I often wonder how Ted would have coped with lockdown.
I know what Mary would have done. She'd say to hell with it and carry on as if nothing had happened. Or she'd have used it as a lever to get me to move to Canada and live with our David and his family.
Sounds like a good idea to me. They have the virus there too, of course, but all that sunshine makes up for it. As you know, Ted and I never had any children. I've always regretted that. If you went, I'd miss you.
I can't go. Never could. Not since the fallout. My daughter-in-law isn't a forgiving person. Mary sometimes lived in a world of her own, always insisted she'd be able to rebuild burned bridges. She went too far and it cut too deep. Nothing will heal it now. I loved her. Still do. But she could be an argumentative cow when she wanted to be. Stubborn as a mule too. Still, water under the bridge and all that.
Well, I'm glad you didn't go. Where else would I find another partner with an inventive and acrobatic mind as agile as yours?
How does that old song go? Just two lonely people by dawn's early light.
Enough! If you must sing, save it for your delivery woman.
Not her. She may be attractive, but we're just passing friends, nothing more.
Then someone else.
That's the problem. There is no one else. Just us, you and me, and our games.
Yes, indeed. All the people I used to know are either senile or dead, except you.
Shall we get on? After all, time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana.
I can see your brain is as sharp as ever, my old friend, but not sharp enough to beat mine. 7-3 in my favour this month, so should we make a start while there's still life left in us? And remember to keep the sound on this time while we change screen.
All right, all right. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Right, watch and learn. I'm moving my queen to k5 and taking your bishop. Checkmate, I think. Now it's 8-3. Should we start a fresh game now or wait until tomorrow?